Hi guys, I am Tabadlong Renato Jr. and I'm here to explain on what is backtracking the human conditions. So when we say backtracking or backtrack, it means to go back or to retrace the past. If we are to do this, we can exactly say that there are lots of differences from the past and the following histories that happened until now. Way back then, everything was simple. So technology initial promises proved to be true regardless of its ramifications. All in all, human condition improved only if by improving we measures the level of comfort. Various scientific mechanisms aid in prolonging life assisting those with disabilities honing efficiency in industrial workplace and even exploring the universe for places we can thrive once all the earth's resources are depleted. As to the initial aims, it appears on things really did not much differ. Some places in the world are still battling for their daily survival diseases. Tribe wars, lack of habitable territories, and competition on resources are several factors contributing to such people still wages wars on the basis of races, belief, and abundance of resources and our territory. Except that now they are able to inflict such in a global scale. A lot of people still subscribe to religion in explaining things that they do not know. For those who have ceased to do so, they have turned their worship to reverence of science, whether science or religion. These people are still bent on trying to make sense of the events happening in the world on the basis of either of these two paradigms. They are still trying to discover and rediscover the things that would give meaning to their lives, whether it to be honor, strength, or merit. People are still trying to make sense of their existence in the world, and technology does little to aid them pursuit of life's meaning. It seems that the human condition, although more sophisticated, is nothing but a rehashed version of its former self. Nothing much has changed since then, and it appears that nothing will change in the times to come if we fall to shift our view elsewhere. While it is true that technology offered us compelling notion of the truth and good, we should be staunch in our resolve if we want to know the real one. For the starter, we might begin with considering our concepts, which corresponds to the good, such as Aristotle. Such as for starters, we might begin the considering other concept corresponds to good, such as Aristotle's conception of the human flourishing. His notion entertains the idea of holistic enrichment of a person suited in his society. A notable distinction on the Aristotle's idea in his subscription on an evaluated concept called virtues and their role in achieving the good life. Technological advancement are seemingly occurring in a rapid pace that morality cannot quite keep up. No such consideration was given this approach in achieving the good life. This will further be discussed in the following chapters. So, what defines the human experiences? The human experience in literature contains themes about life and society that are relatable to readers. Themes related to human experience encompass any commentary on society or human nature, such as that relationships, human rights, or conformity. So, what are the example of experiences? Experiencing a new culture on a vacation or humanitarian trip. Positive experiences such as falling in love, the birth of a child, the birth of a grandchild, a reconciliation or reunion with a loved one, immersing yourself in a new culture or way of life. The first time you make a big life altering decision for yourself. Can I say that? Can I say experiences? Experience can be used as an uncountable noun. Experiences is a plural noun, and when you use it in this form, you are talking about particular incident or incidents that have affected you. For example, it was interesting hearing about his experiences during the war. Experience can be also a verb. So, what are the common experiences? The common experiences, every group of people defines itself in much the same way. Through junctures in time and the place are overlaid with special purpose. Groups are defined by, by what they hold in common and are strengthened by shared. So, what are the universal experiences? It is an experience that people all around the world can share, may although we may have different cultures, backgrounds, languages, and ethnicities, and so on. There are certain aspects of life that we can all relate to. How do texts represents human experiences? When you read text, you are engaging with the composer's idea and insights into human behaviors and human motivations. In your study, you need to consider what insights the text gives you. Anomalies, paradoxes, and inconsistencies, and are good places to start as they illustrated the complex nature of being human. What is your significant experiences? Significant experiences are the events in your own personal history you remember because they made you feel good, satisfied, engaged, and invigorated, inspired in the flow. By reviewing your significant excuse me, experiences, you can gain insights into your values, beliefs, interests, strengths, and dreams. So, there are in fact many ways to gain experiences for the future while you're still young. One of it is read critically and expansively. One of the easiest ways to prepare for the adult world is to read as much as possible. Next is listen to your elders. Next is travel often. Next is learn another languages. Next is volunteer on the weekends. Next is keep a journal. So how long is significant experiences? If they want significant experiences, that means at least 3 years of experience and probably more. So what is the synonym for a lot of experiences? Some possibilities include professional, expert, seasoned, knowledgeable, proficient, or simply experienced. So, how do you say a lot of knowledge? I usually say extensive knowledge about something, but you could also say comprehensive knowledge or experience, or perhaps considerable experience or knowledge. What do you call someone who is an expert in their field? Some common synonyms are expert are adept, proficient, skilled, and skillful. While all these words mean having great knowledge and experience in a trade, proficiency, expert implies extraordinary proficiency and often connotes knowledge as well as technical skills. And what is a fancy word for expert? Synonym is specialist, authority, pundit, oracle, resource person, adept, maestro, virtuoso, master, past master, professional, genius, wizard, connoisseur, aficionado, one of the cognoscent, duyen, savant, and formals ace, buff, ninja pro, whiz, hotshot, old man, alpha, and Greek. What is better than an expert? For a team, for a term that could be used to describe someone more skilled than expert denotes. There are virtuoso and also mean, although the latter may not have the feel right. I'd be unlikely to use it myself, to be honest. Alternatively, skilled, accomplished, talented, proficient, or gifted. So what's the difference between a professional and an expert? The definition of both expert and professional are varied and the two terms appear to inexorably linked. An expert demonstrates specialized knowledge in the field in which one is practicing, while a professional displays a high standard of ethics, behavior, and work activities while carrying out one's professions. So what is a higher expert or master? As adjectives, the difference between master and expert is that master is masterful, while expert is extraordinarily capable or knowledgeable. So, is elite higher than pro? Elites have more premium chases than pros. For elites, high-end carbon fiber, premium alloy, and fantastic display such as anti-peaking eye tech, 700 nit brightness to handle outdoors usage, 100% sRGB for pros, ABS plastic, cheap average alloy. So how does someone become an expert? According to Gladwell, a person could become an expert in nearly any field as long as they were willing to devote the requisite 110,000 hours. 10,000 hours to studying and practicing the subjects or skill. He also the researcher behind the study from which Gladwell which his conclusions about it takes to become an expert. How do I become an expert in 2 hours? So, from the publisher, first, conduct fast targeted research. Second, inject information at exactly the right moments. Third, read humans' behavior to determine when others are buying one's expertise. Next, the fourth, ask the right types of questions to suggest a knowledge of one subject. Then, terminate the interaction at the right time. What are the four characteristics of expert thought? Expert thought is often characterized as intuitive, automatic, strategic, and flexible. So, that's all. Thank you.